So Hasbro just released some Spider-Man No Way Home Marvel Legends figures at Hasbro Pulse Con. So I'm going to be going through all the figures they revealed and my thoughts on the figures. So here we have the classic suit Spider-Man, which is really cool. This is Tom Holland's Spider-Man, his suit that he is wearing at the very end of No Way Home. And this is a pretty cool figure. A lot of people have been asking for this suit design. This figure and all the other figures in this wave are going to be sort of on this like retro carded type style. And they don't include a Build-A-Figure, which is a little disappointing. But this figure itself is pretty cool. It's sort of hard to tell from some of these photos how shiny that blue is. I wish it was a little bit shinier, more of a metallic color, but it's sort of hard to tell from some of these photos. And he does come with 2 sets of hands, which is pretty cool. Well, 2 extra set of hands, I should say, because he comes with the fisted hands, the wall crawling hands, and then the webbed hands. And then the 2 different heads, the Peter Parker head and the masked head. The Peter Parker head, I'm pretty sure, is the one from the Peter Parker figure that we got in that 2-pack with Ned. But this figure is pretty cool. I really like that suit design. I'm not so sure about the head sculpt, the masked one. I don't know. Something looks a little off to me, but it's definitely cool to have that suit design. And the spider logo is a little bit small and sort of blends in a little bit with the other webbed lines there, but still pretty cool. And I'll probably pick that one up. And then we have the Tobey Maguire Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, which is re-released from the 3-pack, but now this one just comes with the Tobey Maguire unmasked head, and to me it doesn't look that great. It doesn't really look like Tobey Maguire that much, and we only get 1 extra set of hands with this one. So we get the fisted hands and the thwipping hands, but we don't get the wall crawling hands. A little bit of give and take there because the one from the 3-pack had the wall crawling hands, but I do like having the unmasked head, and I did buy the 3-pack, so I'm a little disappointed because I probably would have just bought these. I do like the wall crawling hands that we got with the 3-pack, which is pretty cool, but the unmasked head is more important to me, even though this one doesn't look the greatest. It's still kind of cool to have. And I don't know if the paint apps are different on this one. I hope so, because the Tobey Maguire one from the 3-pack, I think they did say the silver was a little bit darker. And from the photos, the red looks a little bit darker as well, but I can't really tell. They did show some in-hand looks at them and everything, but they didn't do any like real close-up looks. So it's still sort of hard to tell. One of the things that I didn't like about the Tobey Maguire figure from the 3-pack was that the red and blue both looked a little bit too light, and the silver lines also looked a little too light, and they were a little bit off. They weren't centered on the risen lines or whatever. So hopefully they fix that on this next one here. And then it might make it a little bit more digestible to buy this one. And then next we have the re-release of the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man with the unmasked head. And this unmasked head looks really, really good. Like, they did an excellent job with this. And with this one, sort of the same thing. We just get the 2 thwipping hands. And it looks like a fisted hand and then sort of like a partially open hand. And then the masked head and unmasked head with that one. So I'll definitely be picking that one up because that head sculpt's really nice. But it's frustrating that I bought the 3-pack. But yeah. And then we have an MJ figure from No Way Home. And this one, it looks like the legs and stuff are reused from the previous MJ. This one I probably would pass on since I have the other MJ if it wasn't for that little box deal, because I really want that accessory. And the head sculpt looks pretty good, but I mean, it's not great. The previous one came with 2 different head sculpts, and I think the head sculpts on the old one look fine. But unfortunately, I'll probably pick that one up too, just for the box accessory. And then we have Matt Murdock from No Way Home. And this one, to me, I really want a Matt Murdock figure, but the head sculpt looks off for some reason. I don't know, and the glasses look weird, but I'll probably still pick him up. It's cool that he comes with that little brick that came through the window that he caught, and it actually has like the Mysterio was right writing and stuff on it, which is cool. Hopefully he looks a little bit better in hand. Once again, they showed in hand photos, but it's sort of hard to see because they didn't do any major close-ups or anything of the figure. But that head sculpt just looks really weird for some reason, which is unfortunate because I've really wanted a Matt Murdock figure for a while, and that one just, it looks a little bit off for some reason. And then we have Sandman, and this one is pretty cool. He does look a little weird. I can't really put my finger on what it is, but it just looks a little off. It is pretty cool that he has like this sort of bigger hands and stuff that you can put on there, which is cool. And then the sort of open hands and fisted hands, which is pretty cool. And I'm just glad to have the Sandman figure. But I do wish he had a little more accessories, especially since they're not doing a Build-A-Figure with this wave. I feel like they could have done a little more with that. So those are all the figures in that wave. But and then we have the 2 deluxe figures that they announced or showed. The Green Goblin, which is awesome, with William Dafoe. You might have seen some of the photos that got leaked earlier this week, but he looks really, really cool. He comes with a glider and the goggles, and then we have the sort of William Dafoe head sculpt there, which with his sort of like creepy smile, which looks crazy good. And then the I'm really glad they included the helmeted head sculpt with it. That way you can sort of have either look. If you like the sort of No Way Home look or his traditional look, you can sort of swap those out. And then he comes with the pumpkin bomb in his hand, which you can take it out of his hand, but that's really, really cool. And then it's on that stand there for the glider. And then, last but not least, we have the Doc Ock figure, which is really cool. His tentacles are the bendy wire tentacles, which is really cool. And then it has interchangeable claw deals so that you can have the flat ones for the bottom ones, so you can actually be standing up with the claws supporting him. And then you can interchange them with the ones that open and close, which are really cool. So you can sort of make them grab and stuff. And then he just has like an extra set of hands that are sort of, well, it has the fisted hands and then like the gripping hands. But the head sculpt on that one doesn't look the greatest. Looks a little off. Not horrible, but something with the glasses, I think, is what's throwing me off. But I'm super excited for all these figures, honestly. Even the Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield ones, even though I bought the 3-pack, I'm still really excited for them. Probably the one I'm least excited for would probably be MJ, I guess. I don't know. But I'll probably pick up all these. These are really, really cool. And the retro carded figures, that wave is already up for pre-order, and I'll put links to those in the description. But the Doc Ock and Green Goblin deluxe figures haven't went up for pre-order yet. They said it would probably be next week or the week after that. They didn't say a certain time. So keep an eye out for those, and I'll try and keep you guys updated as soon as I figure out when those will go up for pre-order. Let me know which figures you're going to be picking up, which ones you will be passing on, what you think overall for these figures. I'm pretty excited for all these. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and have a great day.